What's up, baby? What's going on, Jerome's? It's a beautiful Saturday. Sun is shining, birds are chirping and stuff. Full slate of college football. Woo! Life is good, baby. Also, so sucks about the Kirk Cousins injury, but it is great to see some young Vikings really stepping up, emerging, and taking advantage. Because the Vikings right now are a team in transition. They're 4-4, wanting some more, and I think this team, the rest of the way, even with Jaren Hall or Josh Dobbs or whoever under center, it could be me under center. This team could still be dangerous because it's great to see some of the other guys stepping up. So here are 9. Nueve. Nailed it. Well, they started out with 5, but then I kept coming across more guys who were stepping up and just doing the damn thing. So here's 9 sort of under the radar unsung Vikings who are really stepping up their game. Now, this list is not going to include, hey, who's really good? That Danielle Hunter or that Christian Darrisaw or that Jordan Addison or TJ Hawkinson, finally, right? All that stuff. But these guys just slipping under the radar who are doing some really good work. Also, no Ivan Pace Jr. because obviously he's doing well. But he hasn't played as much as he would like. It doesn't matter. Anyways, first up, Maiai Blackman. So, the Rook, third-round pick from USC, fight on. Got some significant run against the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, and he did really well. 21 total snaps, 20 in coverage, 3 passes broken up, 5 forced incompletions, 0 yards allowed, 0 goose egg. D'Angelo Russell on 4 targets, and he owned Christian Watson. It was great, man. A 90.1 PFF grade, and the whole thing about Blackman is that Blackman was actually good at Colorado 2 years ago. He was good at USC last year. And for whatever reason, like a lot of Vikings fans poo-pooed the pick when the Vikings made it at the end of day 2 because there were some other name value cornerbacks still on the board. But Maiai Blackman's a dog, man. And the scouting department and Brian Flores said, hey, that's our guy. I trust it, and it's great to see him getting more and more involved in the defensive game plan, and I think that he's going to be a stud going forward. Next up, number 2, wide receiver KJ Osborne. So KJ, at the start of the season, a little bit rough decision, and maybe it's like, maybe we should have kept Adam Thielen. But KJ, with JJ out, has done really well in the last 3 games. All Vikings wins, by the way, all without JJ. 17 catches for $194 on 21 targets, 16 first downs on the season. All KJ does is catch first downs on third down. So it's good to see. That's just the U being the U, as well as the pride of Buffalo really stepping up in a contract year. Next up, number 3, center Garrett Bradbury. All right, so Bradbury. Again, we pride ourselves on calling a spade. Bradbury was ass. Thank you. He was the worst center in the league analytics-wise the first 3 years of his career. But last year, with Mama, I can change him. With Chris Cooper coming on in, he knows something about working with undersized centers based on movement skills, and the Grim Reacher really stepped up. And minus the games they missed with a back injury, looked really good and moved into like a top 10 adjacent center role, and he's done that again this year. And over the last 3 games where the Vikings have been really solid, 1 pressure, 0 sacks allowed in the last 3 games, which has been phenomenal. I think that he has really helped transition with Dalton Reisner in there. I think that he's really helped out getting Ed Ingram up to speed, and Ed has played a lot better over the last couple games, and the Vikings will need it. I mean, that interior offensive line is so crucial for a young quarterback who, in college it's a lot more about edge pressure, but in the NFL, that quick interior pressure through the A-gaps can be a killer for young quarterbacks to make mistakes, but they got to be solid for Jaren Hall. Next up, number 4, tight end Josh Oliver. So Oliver's never going to light up the stat box, 2 catches for 6 yards on 2 targets over the last 3 games, but 68.4 PFF run blocking grade, 1 penalty, which was whatever. Also, he's the Vikings' second highest graded special teamer over the last 3 games as well. And a lot of people were shocked. Was like, $21 million over 3 years for a blocking tight end. Yes. And Oliver, the Vikings running a plethora of 21 personnel. He's a big reason why the Vikings have done extremely well in protection and really stepped up in pass protection and also analytics-wise in run game, but hopefully everything improves there. Next up, number 5, safety Theo Jackson. Now, people say, like, well, why isn't Lewis inactive? All that stuff. Theo Jackson's a big reason why. Because, first off, Beasley's playing at a Pro Bowl level. Harrison Smith is doing awesome. Metellus, we'll get to, is doing great. And then Theo Jackson is playing like one of the best special teamers in the league. So what are you going to do, man? Also, Jay Ward, minus a couple mistakes, has played relatively well, too. So, it's kind of tough. Like, you're going to have 6 safeties active on game day. But Theo Jackson, special teams ace over the last 3 games, 44 snaps, 79.1 PFF grade, 2 special teams tackles, and has done exceedingly well. And it's these sort of guys where, you know, we always compare the composition of an NFL team like building a brick wall, where the stars are the bricks, you know, the thing that you see, but the mortar is everything that holds the wall together. Yeah, without mortar, it's just a stack of bricks, and it's fragile and can be knocked over easily. But together, you can build a damn good foundation, a brick wall. And Theo Jackson and guys like him are mortar. They're guys that really help stick this team together. Bottom of the roster guys on rookie deals or making league minimum that really step up and keep this team cohesive. Next up, number 6. Edge rusher DJ Wanham. So DJ is making the most of the Marcus Davenport injury. 12 pressures, 3 sacks over the last 3 games, including 2 sacks against Green Bay. And DJ is getting after opposite of Daniil. He's also in a contract year and looking to get paid a little bit. And I wouldn't mind having DJ back. He was one of the guys that when the Vikings moved to a 3-4 last year, I thought would benefit the most since DJ played a lot of stand-up outside linebacker at South Carolina. And, you know, he's really rewarded the Vikings' faith this year. DJ's done really well. 7. Safety Josh Mattel. So, speaking of rewarding faith, so Mattel signed a small extension before the start of the season. Special teams captain. Still doing well on teams, but defensively, he's really become the joker in Brian Flores' deck of cards, where he's got 18% pass rush win rate, 6 pressures, and a sack over the last 3 games, a 74.7 PFF coverage grade over the last 3 games, 1 pick, 1 pass broken up, and you really don't know where he's going to be. And one of the reasons why Ivan Pace Jr. has had lower number of snaps is because basically Metellus has been a sub-package linebacker. Also, he's rushing the passer. Also, he's in coverage, and he's really all over the place. And, I mean, Vikings fans don't even know where he's going to line up. Like, how would you like to feel if you're the opposing quarterback? And Metellus with the whole Michigan thing, I'm sure he's got some frustration to take out. So I think Metellus is going to be on one the rest of the way. Next up, number 8. Andrew Booth Jr. So the much maligned last year's second-round pick, Andrew Booth Jr., he's healthy, knocking on all the wood. He's really getting after it. Over the last 3 games, 46 snaps, 33 in coverage, only allowed 2 catches for 18 yards. On 5 targets, no touchdowns, 1 pass broken up. Also a 50.4 quarterback rating when thrown at. And Booth, he's feisty. Like, he's good in run support. He's good in press man, and he's got length and size on the outside. And he's the type of guy that is perfect in the Brian Flores scheme. And he's got first round talent. No one denies that, but the problem was his health issues at Clemson, health issues in the NFL, and now it seems like he's finally starting to put things together. Again, knocking on all the wood, and the Vikings. I love me some Murph. I say with a sigh. Caleb Evans obviously is a monster, but if Booth and Blackman step up, the Vikings cornerback room is looking pretty good. Finally, linebacker Troy Dye. So Troy Dye, utility backup off-ball linebacker, but he's been dynamite on special teams, and he's been really good over the last couple of years. And again, Troy Dye is like Theo Jackson, the mortar that holds the bricks together, builds a solid foundation. 151 special team snaps this year, 2 tackles, 90.1 PFF grade, one of the highest graded special teamers in the league. And he's a guy where if they would have named Troy Dye as special teams captain too, obviously the Vikings are good to go with special teams captains like C.J. Ham as well as Josh Metellus, but I mean, Dye is up there too, and he's playing really, really well. Doesn't get the respect that he deserves, and do I ever think that he's going to be like a starting outside line or starting off-ball linebacker? No. But I think that he's going to be like, you know, a Heath Farwell, hair on fire special teamer for his career, and that does have value. And would love to see him back in purple next year. But that's it. That's at 9 Unsung Vikings that are really stepping up. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.